Hi, I'm Rebekah Larsen. I'm from Andover, Minnesota, and this is my call to missions. This story starts when I was in about 9th grade. I was preparing for confirmation, and I went to a retreat that was put on by NET Ministries. NET is a Catholic missionary organization that works with youth here in the U.S. These missionaries had such fire for Jesus, and I was really confused why. My faith at that time went along the lines of, I know there's God, He had His Son Jesus who died for us, He loves us, He's here, and I can pray to Him whenever I need anything. And these missionaries just gave me this attention and love and affection that I lacked growing up. I come from a family of 12, and you can imagine that my parents were very busy raising all of us children, and my older siblings were never really there for me. And so I just loved these people, and I thought to myself, they're cool. I want to be just like them, and I want to be with them all the time. And it was at that moment that I had decided that I was going to join NET Ministries. And that's a good thing to want, but the reason I wanted it was a little twisted. It wasn't so much of, I love you, Jesus, and I want to give my life to you to serve. It was more of, I want to hang out with the cool people. So I got through high school, I graduated, and I applied, and they responded with, thank you for wanting to be missionaries with us, and we want you, but wait one more year before applying again. And I just trusted that God had it all under control, and so I actually ended up waiting 2 years. There were some things that came up in my life, and I applied again. This was January of 2018, and they responded with, thank you, and we want you to be missionaries with us, but we want you to wait 2 more years. And at that time, I was just really confused. I was thinking to myself, I already waited 2 years. Why would I have to wait 2 more? I more focused my time then to what was I gonna do for these next 2 years instead of trying to get accepted to NET. I got the chance to go on a mission trip to Haiti that April, and I just absolutely loved it. I poured myself out to these people, and I just naturally have a heart of service. My parents taught me to sacrifice my time and my energy for my siblings, and to walk up to someone and ask, how can I help you, or what can I help you more with? And you would think that I would make the connection that God is calling me to foreign missions, but that's not how this story goes. I was very stubborn, and I was very set to joining NET Ministries. And I remember the day that my mom actually is the one who told me. She said, Rebekah, I think it's time that you expand your options outside of NET. And my response went a little bit like, Mom, why do you always have to be so right? And she was actually the one who found FMC online through the connections of a friend. She said, oh, they've got to come and see. In a few weeks, you're going. And I was not enthused at all, but I went anyways, and it was the greatest thing I had ever experienced. The way I explained it to people, I said, I had never seen so much Jesus in one place. And these people, they just loved me so much, and it was at that time that I realized what I truly wanted. I wanted Jesus, not to be with the cool people. And I had learned more in those few days of the come and see than I had in my entire life. So I went home, I applied, I got accepted, and that is really where just this crazy missionary story of mine really starts. And I want to end with all of these years of waiting, I trusted that God had it under control. Jeremiah 29:11 says, for I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. And all it took for me was that little bit of trust, or you could call that little faith in Christ, and that is what got me to where I am.